Just checking the mic out, see if it's working. Could y'all come on in? While I'm waiting for people to come in here, I want to bring up the topic that I'll be talking about. I'm here to find out from men, women, whether you straight, gay, bi, whatever. Do you think men that date trans men are gay or not? I see a lot of myths discussions on it, myths, um, different views on it. Some people think it's gay. Some people say it ain't gay. I see people talking on there don't think it's gay that they man mess with other men, or I see a lot of trans men say they'd rather date a straight man. I don't understand why, if you're a trans man, why why are y'all so interested in straight men? And I'm not on here to try to criticize or talk about nobody. I'm just curious to know, because I know I see a lot of people saying the DL Whisper. I salute him. I don't have nothing wrong with nobody's sexuality. I salute him. He get on here, he tell it what it is. People say he messing up homes and all that, but how can he be messing up a home by saving a home? Because if you messing with a man that's bi or gay and you don't know that, that's an easy STD, anything. And no, I'm not saying you can't get it from being straight or messing with nobody straight that's running around, but it's more of a chance of catching something messing with the same sex. And that's for two women, two men. However, my view of it is rather you two women, two men, if you dating the same sex, you're gay. You got a lot of men on here talking about I'm gay, I just get fellatio from men and all this and all that. Like, what do you think that is? That's all I want to know. Like, they saying the DL Whisper putting people business out there. I don't think he putting people business out there, because if it involves him, it's his business. It's his business too. And they say he helping a woman or he this, he that. Like, why do y'all hate women so much? Why is it got to be a hate? We know a woman can't just be a man. I don't care what kind of surgery you get or what you do. It's no way a man born a man can be a woman. Now, and I know I hear some people say, um, yeah, wait a minute. I hear some people say, I ain't gay because I mess with a man and I'm a man. That ain't gay. Letting a man do something to me, or I'll do something to a man and all this. It's gay. It's gay. Like now, they got all these different things out. Like you gotta say this, you gotta say that. You gotta watch how you pronounce things. And they saying being disrespectful, and it ain't disrespectful because I ain't being disrespectful. And I will hope nobody come on here being disrespectful, because us women want to see the view, want to understand it. We want to understand it. That's all. I want to understand it. And say, if you a man and you dating a man, you is considered to be gay. No way how you look at it. Some like you're queer, you're this, you that. You're gay. It's no other way around it. You're gay. A man should not have another man touching him in places that he shouldn't be touched. Like a lot of them like to go to bathrooms, and people make it like you being rude or you being disrespectful, but you're not being rude and disrespectful when you want to feel safe. You want to feel safe out in public. You want to feel safe in a bathroom. You want to feel you don't just let your kids go in the bathroom on their own anyway. But you got some men dress up like, what about the men that escaped jail that time or whatever? I had to look back into it. That escaped jail and was dressing up like a trans woman and all that, trans man and all that, to hide his identity. I don't think that was him. He wasn't gay. He decided to dress like that. So would it stop a pervert from dressing like that to go in the bathroom with a child, a man or woman? You got men, grown men, that's real men and fathers or uncles or just big cousins and or just friends of the family. You got to protect them. You got to go in the bathroom and with these kids. You got to protect these babies. It's just no other way around it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like the DL Whisperer, and I know I keep saying his name because he on point. I like what he doing. I like when he's what he's saying. I like that he putting people out there, and not even so much of putting people out there because it ain't like he got it ain't like he got private pictures of him and people that he just is just putting a business out there. You got people, you got men. He a man. He know that. He's a man. He know that. Never mind his sexuality. He knows he's a man. That's the respect he get from us women. He don't come on here and try to be a woman. He don't come on here and try to be us. He being who he are, who he want to be. And in the same token, he just letting us know. There's a lot of DL men out here. We know that. Look at all the pictures was in my dog. You had people getting on there pinpointing people baby fathers out, people man out, pinpointing them out. You can't even go to the mall. You remember kids used to go to the mall and walk around. Not these days they can't. Not these days you cannot. You can't. You can't. And it's like it's something in the water because like a lot of people like I know I was born a male, but I feel like a woman. I'm a woman inside. People don't know my soul and all this. And me, I don't. I don't. I do believe in reincarnation. I believe in all that. So that's why I want a better a better understanding of it. I done seen some reincarnation stories, kids come back as kids that was an adult and remember. People come back that was like, like I was here before and I was a guy, but I'm a girl now. So again, I ain't sure. But if that is what's going on, I know somebody done dropped something in the water because when I was growing up, when I was younger, and let's be real, y'all. You got people up here. Let me know when you was younger, when you 35 and over. If you 35 up to my age, but between 35 and 45, then you know what I'm talking about. When we were growing up, the guys that was gay and the women that was gay, they wasn't so sensitive. You know when they say in the Bible that it will be a time that the kids will be stronger but weaker. We're in that time. They stronger because you can't tell them nothing. It's like they know everything. You got babies out here getting high. I go around, I see people, kids younger than my kids, out here getting high, hungry, sleeping in rural farms and stuff. Shoot, when I'm out working in the morning, I'm out going to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. I love ice. I always stop at a rural farm, but I always see a kid, like 14, 15, 16. I don't know, y'all already say they not kids, but they are kids. They are. They kids. And you got so many kids having kids nowadays that you don't know. They ain't got time. They ain't got time for the kids. And I ain't saying you can't be a good grandmother at a certain age, but you got people at 30 years old being a grandmother now, and then they like the kids getting high, the grandmother got the kids or the grandmother out there getting high, the kids young trying to raise them, then before you know it, the kids getting high. I know a lot of people when I was growing up that was so bougie and either grew up getting high or got a kid getting high. And then you got some people that wasn't bougie out here getting high, getting high. That's why I say it's a toss, it's a up and down with everything. You got young kids out here, like that movie say, I'll suck your for something. I just feel like they got too much open on TV for the kids. All the electronics, certain stuff kids should not see. They should not see, but they do. They do. They see everything, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. They see everything. I'm coming because we gotta talk about this. We gotta chime in on this stuff, y'all. Y'all gotta chime in with me every day at 2 p.m. And when you ain't got nothing to do and you got a discussion, chime in. Send me a message. Let's get on live. Let's chime in. Let's talk about it. Everybody's so going against everybody, going against the DL whisper and this and that. I mean, I see everybody come from. I see men coming on here for him. Like, ain't no way a real man gonna come for him by saying something unless they DL or gay. And if all he's saying is he been there, so what? People say he was messing with Murray Menard. Okay, and that's why I say lessons. He learned this lesson. It ain't. What's the difference of a woman messing with somebody's husband or a man messing with somebody's wife? You learn your lesson. You deal with it or you don't. You learn your lesson. And since we end up on that conversation, you got a lot of people out here making it seem like it's a flex because you famous or something to go from nigga to nigga, man to man, woman to woman, however, just bringing kids into these situations, 2 and 3 and 4 kids back to back, and then you go on to the next contract and saying like because just like that, it's over. It's over. And not saying a person can't move on to go, but just like that, it's over. Next, and that's what it's saying like the next contract is there. It's there. Again, like my girl, Sierra. I liked Sierra when she was dealing with Future. Like a lot of people say, you don't know this, you don't know that, you don't. We only know what they show us. We don't know really what's going on, and in reality, what they showing us can be fake. What they showing us can be fake. You know what I'm saying? Like they like a lot of women. What did Sierra pray for? I want that prayer Sierra did. And this ain't for you, Sierra, because I done watched you and I like you. I like you, Sierra. I like your style. I like your motherhood. I like the wifeness of you. I like the real woman of you, how you carry yourself like a woman. I like you, Sierra. I don't. So I haven't seen or heard nothing about you. I don't know. Like I said, we only know what they're going to tell us out here and what y'all want to put out here, and that's it. Like again, when I say that, gone to another topic. Not even another topic. Gone forward to the discussion with Remy Ma and Papoose. allegedly. You know, like Remy said, I told y'all, I told y'all, Pep is the best man, best husband, best father, best manager, best promoter. Peppers is the best everything. Everybody that got a man or a woman think that when you with them. Or you going to say that. And people like, well, they was fake, buying their own stuff, saying a man bought it and all that. I'm quite sure we all was young before and did it. Some might still do it, some don't. But at the end of the day, just like she came and told us Pat was the best man and husband, she came and let us know he was a cheater. They also had allegedly he put his hands on her, which I don't know. I truthfully I don't believe that part. But who am I? Like I said, we only know what they tell us until they come back out and all this blow up and we see what's going on. We'll never know what it was. We'll never know. And believe me when I say never know, AI, they got all this AI out here. You don't even know if that's them talking. You don't know if it's them talking. You know what I'm saying? Again, I seen Cardi B talking about her daughter on here, Culture. Beautiful little girl. Beautiful. Rubber, she walk grown. She stand grown. Whatever you think she do, that's your opinion. Your opinion. If you got something to say about Cardi and them, I feel like just say about them because why do the kids got to be involved? You know, Carter not up on there talking. She on social media just like all our kids on there. All our kids on social media. Just because they famous, we get to see them more and get to interact with them more. They get to wear more fancier stuff. I ain't even gonna say more fancier, but yeah, they get to do that. So in a lot of people's eyes, she too grown, she too that. If you got the means, Cardi went through stripping. She say herself, drugging men, doing this, doing that. However, she did what she did, and she ain't got to worry about her daughters or her son going out here doing it. Why? Because she already did that shit, and hopefully, she's smart enough and continue to do what she doing, and let her daughters, and her sons and them get better and do better. Because they ain't got to go out here and do what they did. They ain't got to do that. They paving the way for them. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I do feel like sometimes there's so many perverts out here. You got to watch what your kids wear on here. You got to watch how they talk. Even sometimes you letting your kids dance. You got pervert on here looking at them like it's you. So I can understand what people saying that, but to get on here and criticize the baby and talk about how she walk and all that, like her mother said, when I had my daughter, I felt like I had a star, a model. So if I had the money like she do, I ain't even gotta have the money they have right now. I will have my daughter training and doing it too. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Teach her how to model, teach her how to switch, teach her how to walk. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. But somebody always got something to say about it. You know what I'm saying? It's always something to be said. When they think about when Fantasia came out, everybody, she don't even know how to read all this and all that. Like, what the fuck? Her reading got to do with what she write and can read. Now she got the money that she went back. I'm quite sure she can read now. You know, all I'm saying is we always criticize. Everybody make it a race thing. And there's a lot of people out here racist. I see them. I run across them. I talk to them. There's a lot of people still racist out here. And this color right here, a lot of people hate it. And Wayne did nothing to nobody. Wayne did nothing to nobody. I didn't. But you got people saying something back in the days and stuff. But if you going back in the days, then hell, people ain't do nothing to y'all. And like I said, a lot of people that started the racism, and that's still racist is older, some gone. So why not try to change the world now? Why not try to change the world now? You get what I'm saying? Why not try to change the world now? You got to change it. You got to change out here. Like everything changing, and we just all staying the same. Everybody staying the same. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's staying the same. And like I put up a post earlier about people when they disrespect their mothers and all them. Some be like, I'm grown now and all this, but in reality, you it don't matter your age. You'll never be as grown as your freaking parent. You'll never be as grown as them. I'm over 40. I don't curse in front of my mother. Curse like a sailor, but not in front of my mother. Why? Because I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised to be able to cuss in front of her. I don't want to be able to cuss in front of her because it's disrespectful. And I hate to see somebody because, like, well, I cuss in front of my mother. Well, that's how you was raised in front of your mother. Don't come in front of mine and do the shit because it's disrespectful. And like I say, a lot of people, it's fine with that. It ain't disrespectful to everybody, but to some, it is. Me personally, I'm not going to cuss in front of my mother. My father in heaven, I'm not going to cuss in front of him either. My oldest, I ain't even gonna say half of 30. He pushing it. He ain't gonna walk around here cussing. He ain't gonna come in my house and cuss. He ain't gonna stand outside at family gatherings. At nothing and do it. Now, I'm not the Bible to say what he don't do when he outside. I know he probably standing cussing and cursing and you every name in the book probably. But it's the respect thing, the way you raise them. You know, it don't matter where you come up at. People like, cuz I'm from the hood. What do that mean? What do being from the hood mean? I mean, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's just so much out here to talk about that it's ridiculous. I'm just throwing a couple different topics out there. So when I get back on here tonight at 9, y'all can chime in and bring some topics back up or bring new ones up or chime in and let me know what y'all think about it. Because again, like I said, when I was growing up, you ain't had to say, you ain't had to be have to worry what you said. Like it wasn't being disrespectful. You'll see a guy walking, switching, anything. You knew he was gay, but it wasn't like it is now. They ain't come to beef with you. They ain't do none of that. It's really when I was growing up and younger, and you see a guy that was gay, it wasn't no, oh, he bi, he gay, and all this. It was just if you're a guy and you was gay, you was a faggot. You know, and I mean that's just the word we came up on, but now is a better way to put it. Because it faggot don't sound right. Dyke don't sound right. But a lot of people grew up on that, and you can't really tell a person how to pronounce. They got so many new pronouns out here for how to let me see how to put it. How to address them. I'm gonna just put it that way. Like, I want to know, damn well I ain't no guy. You are. I can see it. You see it. You know it. It ain't being smart. And then when you say that, they take it as you being smart. You got men out here dating men, you got women dating women. But I don't feel like you should be so disrespectful on somebody's own opinion. If they don't want to pronounce it as this, that, and all that, then you don't have to. And another thing, a lot of trans men like to go into these bathrooms and locker rooms, but you going in there standing up paying. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. Because no matter how much of a lady you try to be, you're not sitting down pissing. You're pissing on the toilet seats. Go to the man standing toilet and piss. You don't want to, you don't, they say they don't feel comfortable in there with men. And everybody, the whole world supposed to stop and accommodate them. But us women just saying, we ain't saying, hey, you can't be trans or you can't. We just saying, give them their own bathroom or go to the men's bathroom where you supposed to go. So what's the difference of us wanting y'all in the men's bathroom using it because y'all a man, and the difference of y'all wanting to come, y'all don't feel comfortable in a man bathroom, but we supposed to feel comfortable with a man in our bathrooms. That's like I just don't understand that. I don't get it. That part I don't get. That's why I say I'm trying to understand that. I'm just throwing out some little things I see people asking. I'm throwing out some things I'm not sure of. So I'm asking. And that's all it is. You got people coming on there talking about, like the lady that said black black people are lazy. What she say? Black people or black women are lazy. But why would you just category all black? You didn't even say some black people that might be lazy, this and all that. But you had to specifically say black people are lazy or black women are lazy. Like, lazy how? Lazy how? Because if you ask me, we lazy because we don't want a bi person. We want a man, a real man. Because you're not going to be bi laying up with me or bi walking around here like you the man of the house and you going to your homeboy house and you the girlfriend. No, we're not doing that. Why is us black women so lazy to you? I'm asking you this. Why is we so lazy to you? What makes us so lazy to you? You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna come up here and put makeup on. I don't wear makeup. And I know a lot of people might be like, well, shit, you need it. Okay. And that's your opinion. We all entitled to our opinion. I don't wear it. But I do know this. The lady that said she don't mind her man. She don't mind watching her man with a man. What real woman would say that? But you would call us lazy. Obviously, you lazy if your man need to be satisfied by another man with you right there watching. That don't make you feel, you say to turn you on. That should make you feel some type of way. That should bring the lazy out of you. Not because you black, but that's laziness. Getting up on here with look like a little kid makeup set putting right here when you got all this brightness like looking like Miss Piggy on there, not finishing, not blending it, not getting nobody to blend it, but you sitting on somebody's podcast talking about us black women. Is what's ridiculous. That is crazy. Now, like I said, I ain't come here to talk about nobody, but I'm just addressing different situations. And that was one of the situations that I wanted to address. Because I don't understand how, I don't get where you said we was lazy from. And then I did have somebody get on there and say, they was your man, your wife, your husband, and they didn't play the whole thing. So I told him, y'all come on and chime in on here so you can let us know what you were saying. Let me know what you were saying. Like let everybody get an understanding because it is some lazy people out here. But I'm not gonna say black people lazy. You got all kind of races lazy. All kind of, because when you go to social service, housing, all that, you got more other races than blacks in them places. And when you do got blacks, a lot of blacks in there, That's because you ain't getting nothing. They ain't giving you nothing. You going to see if you can get something maybe. But you got other races come here with 15 or 20 people living in the house. Half of them men, half kids, half women. They ain't got to have a social. They ain't got to show nothing to come here. And everybody in the household get benefits. Then you say if you're a CNA, GNA, but if you keep on messing with your body and that face of yours, you're going to need that CNA and GNA. So again, what's so wrong with having a CNA or GNA job? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. So you really telling these people and telling people when they coming out of school doing this and doing that and becoming a CNA or GNA, they ain't worth nothing. They lazy for being that lazy, but you wanna buy a man. You want a gay man. See, a lot of people, a lot of men in them say us women too masculine. Now you got the DL whisper coming out telling on the men. So now you got all these women showing their true colors. They showing their true colors. Ain't no you just started this, the man just gonna come out to you and all that. Y'all like that. You like it. You like it. Like he said, if a man let you eat his tail, eat his ass, that's some gay shit. And if you're a man and you allow a woman to eat your ass and you say you ain't gay, yeah, you better go back and think. You better go back and think. You better go back and rethink it. Because you're gay. You're gay. You're gay. And for a woman to get down there and put your mouth on a nigga ass, that's some nasty shit. That's nasty. Nasty. And knowing that another man right there, because remember what you said, you like to watch it, to turn you on. But we lazy. I'm still lost with that one. I'm lost. I'm lost. And I hope got a lot, my kids are light skinned. Beautiful light skinned people. But you took your redness a little too far, because I don't know if you think you not black. Because for you to call black women lazy, black people lazy, you talking about yourself too, right? Because you sat up there with the laziest face. That's it. And when I say lazy face, because me, I ain't tried to put makeup on. I ain't put nothing on. I'm just up here. So I don't care how nobody might feel. But I ain't get up here talking about nobody with no half a makeup job done. I ain't get up there talking about nobody looking like a big bird sitting on the couch. I ain't get up there and talk about nobody looking like Kermit the Frog was about to come out there and walk and sit beside you any moment. But you can stand up there and talk about somebody. And then you talking about the DL whisper, like, what'd he do to you? What'd he do to you? Because you didn't put your own man out there, so he didn't put your business out there. He putting his own business out there, and anybody else's business he putting out there is because they didn't put it on the line. And he said, like we all said, and he bringing it to the table. Shit we don't see, he bringing it. Okay, if you was thinking this one was something, it's not he gay. He just letting us know. But why is everybody so mad? That's another thing I don't get. I just don't get it. I do not get it. I do not get it. I don't get it. And I won't ever get it. That's it. Like, I don't know. Then you got some men, some I ain't even some guys on here that's gay. And you want to fight the DL whisper. You want to fight women. They get on here and cuss us out in a minute, ready to throw hands like you're a real woman. But the social media, you able to express yourself. Everybody entitled to your own opinion. So I don't see why when somebody talking, you want to put hands like you ain't responding or saying nothing or talking about people back. And that's for everybody that get on here. I just don't understand that part. Like that is a problem. Is a problem. Is a problem. Especially, I don't care how many wigs you put on, how many thongs you put on, how many surgeries you get. You is not a woman. You shouldn't be raising your hand or getting on here talking like that's a flex to be ready to put your hand on a woman when you know you're a man. I don't care what you dressed in. I don't want no beef with nobody, but I'm gonna come on here and talk because I'm grown like everybody else. I'm curious to know, and you can't even ask questions. I come straight on here curious to know. Now let's see how everybody respond when they get on here. You know, let's see how they respond. And it's that simple. It's that simple. Nobody beefing with nobody. Nobody want to beef. That man feel like he gotta get off there because people putting his address on there and all that and all that. Like, come on now, what why? Because he told on you. But if that's your truth, like he said, if that's what you want to do, be gay. Go be gay. Like the girl, that the lady was on here that I was just talking about. You got women on here that want gay men. Go to them. Us that don't want it, that's straight. Let us be straight. Don't force that shit on us. That's it. You can't force it on us because the same way you want to force the way we got to address you, the same way people want to enforce anything, we trying to enforce our respect, our safetyness. When we go to the bathroom in public, I don't want to walk in there and see no big ass man in there because then I'm nervous. And that'd be the first thing I hear them say, trans men say, oh, they scared. They scared. Like, when did that shit get in your heart? Because y'all say we so masculine. That's why y'all don't, a lot of men don't like women or can't stand black women. Us black women so masculine. No, us black women or any real woman. It ain't no color. Like I said, I don't put color to it. Any real woman don't want no soft man. And look at how they got all that old famous people that you thought was something. Now all this coming out. They just in a scene to turn the kids. Turn people that don't know no better. That's all. Think about what our kids watch. And the thing is, when we was younger, y'all, it wasn't that easy to communicate with a singer. Now you get on here and them motherfuckers are arguing with you over social media. Like you got all that time on your hand to argue. I wouldn't dare. I will let my shit run up and I keep on moving. But they stopped to argue. You got the women that our kids listen to and want to be like. It don't matter where you come from. You got people come out of school and strip to get where they want to be. You know that. You got to do something to get there. Ain't nobody handing you nothing. But once you make it a lower place or make an ass out of yourself, then they handing you something for but they want your soul for it. And when I say they want your soul, like you gonna get the fame, but you don't get shit with it. So what? We see y'all with clothes and all that. Y'all got so much, man. Y'all can borrow shit these days. Every time something go on is a divorce, they fighting over this, they fighting over that. Fighting over what? Y'all murdering together. That shit is yours. And like I said, I don't know if Cardi was cheating on Offset or not. This ain't none of my business. But we did see them put it out that he was cheating on her. But Cardi decided to stay like a lot of us women do. She decided to stay. She decided to have 3 kids with him before going off and have a kid by somebody else. That's her decision. It's her decision. You know? And then they say they get mad at Theo Whisper because he say something about he mentioning people. He ain't mentioning girls or nothing about that. He just mentioned DL people or people that suspect to it. And the first thing I noticed, people get on there, oh, I know you ain't talking about Cardi, man. I know you ain't talking about Cardi, man. Like Like he said, he ain't coming for Cardi. He don't give who gives a fuck who man it is. If you want a DL or you gay, you're gay. Now, I'm not saying Stephon D is gay. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, I see a lot of people talking about what the podcast was talking about. I don't know if he gay, but I am going to say this with my opinion. The way he dressed is not masculine. I don't care what fashion come out here. I don't want no man with no fucking halter top shirt or jacket on. And that's the thing they do. Women, men, everybody, they praise it. Oh, it's the fashion, it's the look. No. No. It look like they went in the closet and got their girl jeans out. Especially when they can match in the same fucking clothes. You don't know if it's his jacket or it was Cardi jacket. It's just the jacket. Ain't no men's store and women's store no more. Like I said, it's all right that like with the kids out here. Let your kids be who they are. But it's lessons, it's teaching. It's no way a 3 and 4 year old sitting out here jumping around in a dress and heels and a skirt. And the parents think it's all right. People put anything on there, and you got so many people, oh, they loving parents and all this and all that. You let your kid be who they want to be, but when they're old enough to make that decision, that's it. Chime in with me, y'all. I'll be back at 9 o'clock. Let me know what y'all think.